Hello, 10th graders. Today you are doing your first Pecker Profile lesson for this year. We have some new things that you're going to be looking into, especially after last year with what we did with you for the Pecker Profile. We've got some exciting things coming your way. So, to start today, we're going to be doing our next Battle of Connect activity. You will be completing, or you will be competing, I should say, for a donut party today. The highest points in the quizzes game that you will be playing will win a donut party per grade level. So your goal is to be the quickest and the most accurate in the game in order to have the highest points. Our door winners from last month were Miss Hamburg, Miss De La Cruz, Miss Alcala, and Miss Lundino Green. So we are excited that they are getting cookies today to celebrate their win and hoping that some new connects will get that for next month. So make sure you work as a class and have your teacher's last name and grade level of your connect as your name in the game in order to be eligible to win. Your teacher had the class code for the game emailed to them, so they can just pull that up and will lead you through the game. Make sure that you are not using any devices. And again, the speed and accuracy is what is going to get you the most points and therefore the highest chance at a donut party for next time we have our profile lessons. Those winners will be announced on Monday with our updated Battle of Connects points. So, teachers, you can pause the video at this point and go ahead and get that game started. Now that you have gone through and played your game, you are going to move into your Pecker Profile lesson. So today you're going to be going into our new program called School Links, and you will have a couple different things that you are doing today. You'll be completing your onboarding, which is your Find Your Path assessment. You'll be creating 2 SMART goals for this semester, which you already did last year, so you are familiar with how to create a SMART goal. You'll be doing a focus assessment, which will tell you some things about yourself and how you work. And then finally your learning styles assessment. So if you go to, let's see here, the Austin Public Schools homepage, and at the very top, and I would recommend once you find this, you bookmark it, you're going to go to students and you're going to scroll down and you will see here School Links. So you're going to click that open. And when you get into School Links, you are going to be, hang on one second, let me get into as a student. So you will show up, it'll log you in, and you guys, since you are brand new, will be doing your onboarding. So as you do that onboarding, you're going to go through and you're going to answer some questions, and it's going to help you to figure out some things about yourself. It tells you some personality pieces and really helps you to get to know kind of where you fall. Now, the Find Your Path is what I would be looking at. So you like discovering new ways to solve problems, prefer to spend time interacting with people. So I'm going to click through. I want you not to click through like I'm doing, but click through and you're going to answer those questions to help you find your path. The more accurately you answer, the more likely you are to see something that really matches with you. Now, this shows up then who my match is and what my results might be. So you see, it tells me I'm an inventor. It gives some adjectives that describe me, which could be helpful later on down the line. Some character traits, my top career clusters, and then it gives me a few fun celebrity matches below. So I can kind of see some different things about myself. Now, teachers, at this point, I would like you to go ahead and pause the video and ask some questions to your students as a group. Just get each other discussing. So, who did you match with for the famous people? And teachers, you can also take this survey. What are your career paths of interest, and does this line up with what you're considering? So you can go ahead and ask these questions and work with your students to take some time to discuss. So go ahead and pause the video and take time to look at the Find Your Path assessment. Now that you have done the Find Your Path assessment, you're going to do your SMART goals. So you're going to complete 2 goals for the semester. One must be academic and they can both be academic if you choose, but one could be more of a personal goal. And you will remember most likely from last year, SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So you'll go back to your School Links page. And if I'm still in my Find My Results and I'm trying to figure out where are my assignments, if I click up in this top left-hand corner where there's the S, here are all my assignments that are due. So I'm going to say complete the SMART goals. And I'm going to click in, and it's going to really walk me through SMART goals. So teachers, at this point, this is a great spot to pause and really just talk through and help students to make sure they are creating a very specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goal for themselves as they're looking at the semester. Students, remember, if you see there in the example, it says, I want to get an A on my next math test, not I want to be smarter. So make sure it's very specific. How are you going to be able to tell that you have reached this? We might not be able to say, oh, sure, I'm smarter, but we can say, this is the grade I got on my test. So take some time, go ahead and pause here, teachers, and walk through those SMART goals with your students. Next, you'll be taking your focus assessment. So if you go back in again and you click on that S, it's going to take you back to your main page, and you're going to click on your focus assessment. In your focus assessment, it's going to ask you some different questions that will allow you to see how you work. When you are finished, you will get something like this, and it will show you, for example, mine says experiencer. You've got socializer, academic, professional, pragmatist, and explorer. And you're going to take some time to look at those. It will give you a paragraph kind of describing what that means for you and how you work and how you really focus your energy. So please, teachers, at this point, take a moment to pause. Feel free to walk around your classroom and talk with students and look at what their focus results were. And then also maybe see like who had, maybe take a poll and see who had socializer, who had academic, who had professional, and so on, to see what kind of results you're getting within the classroom and how you're maybe seeing this in what you do on a daily basis, students. So feel free to pause here and take some time to discuss that. Your final assessment piece that you're going through today is the learning styles assessment. So when you go back to your School Links page, you're going to do your learning style assessment. This one is going to give you a survey, and you're going to answer questions. Again, the more accurately you answer, the more information that this test will be able to give you. At the end, it's going to tell you what your visual, auditory, and tactile results are, and then it will explain to you what that means for you. So you see it tells you about it, then gives you some learning tips for that. So this is a great time to talk with your peers, your teacher. Teachers, if you could stop here and just discuss some of those different ways of learning with your students based off of what they're seeing in their results. The last thing that you're going to do today, students, is you're going to take some time to log into your Get Connected, as Ms. Carlson talked about during the assembly, and you're going to check on those service hours, and you're going to enter those in your experience tracker. So I want you to enter the hours you've already completed and then answer the questions so that you can see where you're at, and we can also kind of gauge how students are doing with completing those service hours. Now, remember, your service hours can be very important for you if you're doing the Austin Assurance Scholarship, but it's also important if you are really applying for any types of scholarships, colleges, and even the career field. These volunteer experiences also have the opportunity to help you to kind of try and see what you might be interested in outside of school and for the future, and really can open a lot of doors to new opportunities. So taking some time to make sure you are volunteering and giving back to your community. So on this far left-hand side, under the S, you see the home button, and then you also see school. If you click on the school, so the apple, it says events, scores and performances, record requests, and experience tracking. Experience tracking is what you're going to be looking at. So if you click on that, in the experience tracking, you're going to see you've got some different pieces that you're going to be incorporating into your experience tracker. And this is ultimately going to come together into your portfolio. Now, as 10th graders, if you were here last year, you did start your portfolio in Sway, but this is going to be taking you to a whole different level of what that portfolio can look like and what it's going to do for you for the future. So we'll get more into that at a later date. But at the very bottom, you see volunteer hour check. I want you to click that and say add new entry. And then for the title, just write Get Connected. because that's us looking at what you're doing today for as far as Get Connected. And hours, let's say you've completed 6 hours so far. So when you look at your Get Connected, what have you done? And down here, what did you do if you're during the experience? Just say a variety. Unless you've done it all in one spot. So how many hours have you logged? Well, I've logged 6 hours. What's been your favorite location? Okay, so I put down one of my favorites. And then how can I increase my hours? Well, I can sign up for the Remind. And what's my goal for hours? Well, I want to have at least 15 done by the end of the year. And then I'm going to click Save. In School Links, since this is newer to you, there are many different things that you can navigate on here that allow you to look at colleges, careers. There's pieces about employers, activities. So really getting in there and like kind of digging around is going to be a great way for you to learn about what this program is, and really just help you to open your eyes to what's available to you in the future, whether that be college or career following your time at Austin High School. If you have any questions, please see Mrs. Hovland and Ms. Carlson in the IMC, and we are happy to help you walk through some more of the possibilities with School Links. Have a great rest of your day.